Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Let's talk to Spirit tonight. Yay! Woo! Invite your loved ones. Maybe talk because they'll hear us. Hi, everyone. So, welcome back. Super fun Spirit Experience Facebook Live with Kelly McClure, your friendly psychic medium. I think we'll do a combination of things tonight. Yeah, let's talk to Spirit, but oh my gosh, I love the hi Kellys that come on. Hi all to you. I see your name briefly. I see your hi Kellys. Just know that as we get rolling, I'm not going to be able to pay attention to all the feed, but I often like to go back and read the comments and stuff like that. So in my downtime, I do kind of go back and do that. But I so appreciate you being here. If you really have like another person who needs some support around loved ones or questions about their life, please share this with them. Share the live and let them come on and maybe ask their own questions. So tonight we're going to be talking to Spirit and doing a little bit of card readings too. I did bring my cards, so we can do that as well. So when you do spirit readings, it says spirit readings only, but I did bring my cards. When we do spirit readings, I only need to know, excuse me, the first name. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
That's weird.
I know that might be a spirit.
Yeah. Because the last 10 minutes we were talking,
nothing. I have to pay attention to that throat. Okay. Sometimes spirit shows me things. When we do a spirit reading, all I need to know is the first name. And if you want to put the relationship, that helps too. Don't give me any other details. I will try to give you some details. And it's really fun if you would not only one confirm that you're still on, but also sort of validate the details that have come through. So rather than just say in real time, yes, or or, be specific about what you're validating. Yes, he had blonde hair. Yes, it was a motorcycle accident. Whatever it is, kind of be specific. And that's for two reasons. One is that I can see later that that was real, but also people are watching this. And if they don't get a reading, they want to at least know you got a real one. So it really helps to validate specifics. Number one, let us know you're still on. Number two, be specific. And if it doesn't match, let us know that too. And there's a good reason for that too. I don't want to stretch anything that is for someone else if it's coming through for you. So let me know if it doesn't make sense. So obviously I can't get to everybody. So please just ask your requests one at a time. You can ask later on again, but don't inundate the feed with requests because we'll have to block you because it'll jam up the feed. And I'm leaving this to Spirit. I can't control who gets a reading. I'm leaving it to Spirit. The main point of this is, yeah, a few people will get a reading, but the rest of you get an example of the work that I do so that if you really want a reading, you can book it. Guaranteed money, no risk to your money because I guarantee all my work. So we try to make it affordable by giving you different options. So if you just have that one person you want to talk to or the one question you have, get a 15-minute reading. Money back guaranteed. You've got nothing to lose. So that's basically what this is. Obviously I can't get to everybody, so Spirit will choose. So the requests are chosen at random. Again, don't inundate the feed, just trust Spirit. If you're meant to get a reading tonight, you will. Let's see. I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
Last one was pretty tiny. Oh, the scammers. Okay, people. Oh my gosh. I have been getting so many messages from people lately going, "Oh my God, Kelly, I succumbed to a scammer. Someone reached out to me. They had your picture, they had your Facebook page. They said they were you. And then I sent them $40 to register for their service." I will never do that to you. I will never reach out to you and tell you, "Please pay me," and then you'll receive something ever. If a spirit comes to me and asks me to give you a message, I'm going to give you that for free. If you come to me, we're going to do it by Zoom or whatever so you can see that it's really me. also on this feed, as we're doing it, people are going to come up and try to scoop up your business because maybe you didn't get a reading tonight, and they're going to try to come on and just guarantee you a reading. That also, I believe, is unethical with spirits. So I just ignore the scammers, just ignore them. And if you do go on my Facebook page, my Instagram, my, my website, make sure it's me. Just make sure it's me. Okay. All right, lovely people.
And stay for a discount.
Oh yeah, stay for the end because you're going to get a code to have a discount tonight. So that'll be fun. Then you can get your reading and make sure that you get a guaranteed work. So, all right, Spirit, come through nice and strong tonight. Let's pick our first. So all I can see is who's been picked and what they're saying. So, and her name is really tiny. Kaylin? Okay. Kaylin Marie. Love that name. I would really love to hear from my Granny Bernice or my little baby spirit. Okay. So we'll ask for Bernice or the little baby. All right. So kind of what I do is I close my eyes and look around, and in my head, I'm saying the name. Okay. The woman that I'm seeing is, I'm just going to go with what I'm saying. She's really funny. Because you called her Granny Bernice, she's kind of laughing about that because I think that she is a grandmother, but she seems sort of young at heart and maybe a little bit not so much granny, but a cool kind of person. She does have something in her arms, which I think is a soft, sweet spirit. So that baby might be in her arms. Let me get a little bit more clarity on her. Like she's like, I don't know, her hairstyles are kept up to modern. She has a really cool sort of, it's shorter, but it's styled in a really cool way and has color, and it's not super old granny looking. She kind of laughed at that term. She has either a necklace or something to do with the central heart because she brought her hand up to her chest to say something about the heart or the chest. I'm going to ask if you have a 4 reference with her, which could be April or 4th of a month, and possibly like 4-4 or 4-4-4. Let us know if you're still on. Kaylin, is that right? Kaylin Marie? And then also if any of that makes sense, because if that's true, if that makes sense to, if that's really her that I'm seeing, there's lots of cool things. Like she likes to go outdoors, and so she has a little bit of the sun on her face, but not always. So she might live in a climate where there's not always sun, but when there is, she likes to go out. And that she does like to take care of the children. So she has this little one in her arms.
She just said that she's been seeing 4-4-4 constantly.
Spirit loves to give signs and numbers, you guys. So, okay, she's showing me the 4-4-4, and that is a sign for you that she's actually around you. She's super cool, like kind of a modern day thinking, and actually really proud of you for working hard to discover who you are. Oh, and she says that, like, one of the things that I think you've been working on is not necessarily, well, maybe, I don't know, but not necessarily leaving your family behind, but working on who am I and who am I without all of that. So, and she gives you a thumbs up on that. You're doing a good job. And that she's got this little one in her arms. And I think that there may be for you a feeling of guilt or what did I do wrong or I should have been there. Please let go of that. She's going to continue to show you the 4-4-4, but there might be other signs too. She also shows me not many people have a pink car, but if there's a car that you were like either wanting to put something pink on or it was colored pink, or there's a reference to a car and that has to do with her and you. I don't have a specific message from your little spirit baby. I just know that she's holding one in spirit, like in her arms. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. And also that, okay, one more thing, because she's talking about the stressful kind of weeks ahead, and I feel like there's 4 to 6 weeks of sort of stress coming up where you're hoping things work out. I think it might be legal issues or something that has to do with somebody else that has a legal issue that you're hoping to work out. Just know that's going to work out, and that just please try to keep your peace and your sense of serenity through the next few weeks. And she says that look for those numbers to remind you every day that it's going to be okay. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. Let's move on to the next. I have to put my glass. It's so tiny on my computer. Barbara, Dennis, your husband. Okay. Okay. Immediately, I'm kind of getting that Dennis might be skeptical, but I have a sense of a person over here who is the male figure, and I hope it's Dennis. Okay, hold on one sec. Come on. So sometimes I have to talk them into it by. So first of all, please, Barbara, let us know you're still on. Let us know if Dennis was a little bit skeptical or at least amused and testing me. And like he's showing me things that I have to get before he trusts me. And one of the things is kind of weird. Let me show you a little bit what this is. So he's showing me single digit numbers, like he's holding up either a flashcard or a sign or something. And I think it's a test, but it also could have to do with something that he worked with, if some kind of coach or something. But he's showing me a 5 and then a 1 and then a 7. So, and they look like and then he's also, so he's put those down. He's sort of walked over to you if I were doing a Zoom reading, it would be like he's walking up to you in the screen. I do feel like his passing was at a time where it would be probably most difficult for you because so much going on. He's sorry about that. But, and he's not, I don't know how to explain this. He's not necessarily wearing a striped shirt, but he's showing me one. And I wonder if you have 2 children or you're dealing or working with or taking care of 2, because he acknowledges that you're doing a good job with that. Barbara, let me know if you're on.
She's on, and she says that he was very shy about things like this.
So I think he showed me these other things to like see if I was actually real or able to see it. But also, please let me know if it makes sense that he's acknowledging how good you are with these little ones and how hard you're working. And so, okay. He says that even though I think that his passing was young and premature, and that's how you're going to feel about it, there's so much that you're going to do in the rest of your life and that you have to continue to do and that he will help with in heaven, that it's almost like, okay, for a period of time, we have to be separate. And then when the day finally comes where you make your way to heaven, we'll be together again. But right now we have to do our own things separate. And it may not make sense as to why that has to be, but I promise you're going to do powerful work here. He's going to do powerful work there. And in the end, it'll make sense. But he also feels like you're really young and someday you may want to have companionship, and that's okay. He's okay. But he also took, this is so weird. I hope this makes sense. But he took like peanut butter and maybe a pastry and like peanut butter strudel and like wound it together. No idea what that means. If you if you understand what that means about the peanut butter sort of creative strudel thing, it's confirmation that he just loves what you're doing here and that you're needed here with the little ones and that you're okay. He's going to be around. It's going to help, but he's got to be there.
She did say that he wore a lot of t-shirts and that she's raising her grandson.
Oh, okay. So you have the little one. Raising your grandson has a little one. Just whatever the creative peanut butter references. Maybe your grandson likes peanut butter strudels. I don't know what this is. But he's giving a thumbs up. He loves you so much. And he'll show you a sign. And he did do like 2-2 or 12-12. Okay. All right. Let's see who's next. And I my throat hasn't bothered me since the beginning until now. So hold on one sec. So maybe it's this one. Stacy, your father, Whitey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Stacy. Let us know if you're still on. And then, and like I said, if you guys have, if you have serious questions about one issue in your life you want to ask cards for, please put that up. We'll try to get to that too. Okay, Stacy. Huh.
She's on, just so you know.
Well, this is really interesting because I don't know if I'm influenced by the name Whitey, but I see white. But I also feel like I shouldn't go by that. So let me get a little bit beyond that. There is a little bit of pain in my left wrist and hand, and so I had to take my jewelry off because I'm feeling it tight. Even though I took it off, there's pain there. Come on, Whitey. So there's a male figure. He's a white guy, but I don't really think that he was always had white hair and white facial hair. And that's what I'm seeing. Okay, let me ask for him something else. Seeing the number 2, that could be February or 2nd of a month. Then there's this kind of removed reference of a smaller guy working really, really super hard. So I think earlier in his life when he was younger, did he have a throat issue? There it is again. Let me ask if Stacy, if you know he had a throat or esophagus issue. And if he worked really hard when he was young and then tried to build something with that and probably succeeded at building sort of a bit of a fortune or something for his family. Total family person, I'm feeling really tried to set an example about that. Loved animals because he's showing me. One of the things I think he wants to say, I think you know how he felt about you, like I do my father, even though he didn't say it a lot. But my father was very kind to animals, and that's what taught me about how cool his heart was, how open his heart was. And that's what I'm feeling about this guy too. Like he's really cool, really sweet with animals. And the way that that's coming through is sending you a lot of love. There may be one other reference with animals I'm not quite getting. So if you're dealing with, I don't know, rescuing anyone or taking anyone in, that might be a thing. So let me know. And he also gives thumbs up kind of on that. So there's something about that. He says that he wants you to know that he's super proud of you and that parents, but I think he's talking about him, always think they have more time. They always think they have until they're going to be 90 to say everything they want to say and show everything they want to show. And mostly they want to let their kids do their lives. Um, uh, they might try to influence that, but it's because they want to help that along, not because they want to push or control or something. But in the end, they just want to see what you create, which he's very proud of. He did put his fist on his heart. I'm not really feeling much in my body other than that weird throat thing. So it's still kind of there. So let me know if that makes sense to you. And if there was a throat, chest, heart combination issue with him in the end, and if he died a little bit younger than you wish he would have or thought he should have. Okay. All right. Also, if we have any questions, that would be good. I brought my cards. They're speaking out. They're wanting to be heard. All right. So he's still here. I can still see him right here. I just want to make sure before I move on to the next that I've said everything he wants to say.
She just said he had lung cancer and he died at 75. Too young.
Too young. Listen, if you want, her name is Stacy. What was her? Okay, Stacy. If you want to like open up a animal rescue, or if there's something else that's a little bigger than what you're doing, and you're just concerned about money or how to make it happen, just go for it. He's going to help you. There's all kinds of resources coming your way. Regardless of what's going on in our country or universe today, there's so many people stepping up to help animals, to help people. And so the universe will support that. But I feel like there's maybe a vision you have of something like that. Okay. That's all. Now I feel like he's letting me go. Okay. All right. Janice wants to hear from her mom, Sue. Okay. First of all, Janice, I want to say I'm just so sorry for your loss and for the fact that it was just Mother's Day. And I know how hard that is. I lost my mom too. So, Sue, first of all, Janice, let us know you're here. And I'm going to assume that the woman I'm picking up over here is Sue. Gonna kind of prattle on with her. Huh. She doesn't look super old. I mean, maybe middle-aged or upper middle-aged, but not super old. And she's moving things along my table, which is more like it's not really a desk, it's a table, and it's actually a card table. And so she's moving things along. So I feel like her reference of importance or being useful is about moving things or organizing things. Sue, huh? Well, I don't feel much in my body with her. But I feel like she's super active. I feel like she's super involved and trying to help a lot of people and doing a lot of things. She comes up to my table. She's moving things around. First of all, Janice, let us know you're still here. And okay, let me see if I can describe her, if this makes sense. Show me a bubble bath. I don't know a lot of people who take a bubble bath anymore, but that's the first image that popped in my head. And she's messing with things on my desk. Huh. And a lot of things have to do with specifics, not necessarily the items I have. I have like, oils and whatever, my pen, my cards, but she's showing me like paperwork or something like that.
She said that yes, we both love baths, and that she was also very active.
One of the things that I was just about to say, she's not showing me that she's doing paperwork. What she's trying to do on her desk or table is help you with what you need done. So she's still very active and still going to be super involved in what you need help with or what you want to get going post COVID, get going again, kind of like getting the momentum going. And she also said, now this may be a metaphor, but I don't think so, because my left shin just hurt. And the way that she did that was kind of bicycle. So I don't know if you or she had a left shin accident, but I feel like she's bringing me to the left leg or shin. And she also says that even though other people in your life may be lagging behind or not supporting this surge of energy that you're having, she does. So go for it. They'll get on board. It involves other people. I don't know if you have a birthday coming up, but she's showing me a celebration and sort of like balloons over here, but something else over here, like maybe it's not so much a party, but I don't know what this is, like an event or a tribute or something like that. And she also says she showed me a mouth with braces and then took them off. I have no idea what that means. I could guess. I could say that if you have a kid with braces or they're coming off, or that's only a guess. I'm just telling what she showed me. And a thumbs up. You're doing everything good. So whatever this thing is that you're working on that's coming up, let her help you with it, because she's got a whole like desk in it. She's a doer, man. All right. Let me know if that makes sense. And if there's any other questions you have about that. Okay. Next. I think that's Christina. Yeah. Christina, card genetic testing results for a child. Okay. Okay. I'm going to pull out a Jack for a child because Jacks are neutral. They could be a boy or a girl. And then we're going to look for what cards come up around them. So when I do cards, just so you know, I use a regular deck, but they're kind of a cool deck and they have cool pictures on them. The ace here is, where's the ace? There it is. This particular one is oneness and unity. And we get different images on the cards, but it's really the number we go with. So you're wondering as a result for a child. So we're going to do Jack. Let's do, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Oh, precious. Look at that. So let's use that card as the Jack for representing any child. And then we're going to just see what comes up next. So the way that I do this, you guys, is I kind of shuffle with a question in mind about test results. And then I ask Spirit to come in and give me some insight as to when I should finish shuffling, knowing that they're kind of organizing the cards how they should go. And then I kind of do that. And then we turn them over. And this is like connection with Spirit. This is female energy, which is probably you, Mom. This is help from heaven. This is the card of opportunity in the what's sure to come true pile. So to your heart, to your home, what you don't expect, what's sure to come true. Oh, I think that I know what this means. Let me do this and then we'll check. Partnership, relationship, love. He wants to know everybody loves. You know what's going to help your kid is knowing that there's the question about whether or not there's an illness or not. Here's the opportunity. If I say this, I really need you to hear this. And I don't know how to impress this enough. But if you haven't read the results yet and the tests have been taken, this is a perfect opportunity to test Spirit, to trust Spirit, to ask Spirit to go in and rewrite those test results. So I did this with myself. Everybody in my family even my youngest brother, who's 11 years younger than me, have had cancer, died from cancer, recovered from cancer, experienced cancer, had cancer, except me. I mean, everybody, all of my siblings, all of my parents, all of my aunts and uncles, all of my grandparents, every single one except me. One time I was told to go and get a biopsy about a lump in my breast. And I had this instant fear because I thought, fuck, everybody has had cancer in my family, every single one. But I heard a spiritual principle that says that spirit can rewrite the rules for you. So oddly enough, my doctors and my lab and everybody was screwing up my results so bad that I couldn't even get them. Not screwing up my results, but screwing up me getting them. So they weren't sent to the right doctor. And then it was like, oh, the lab still has them. And then it was like, oh, they sent them to the wrong doctor. So I just decided that I would go to the lab and get them myself. And before I went, I sat and I said, okay, spirit, regardless of what has come through, I need you to rewrite the results that I don't have cancer, that this lump in my breast is fine, no big deal. And I just sat there going, and all of a sudden a peace washed over me. And I go, oh, yeah, they can rewrite the rules for me. And I went to the lab and I picked up my results and it said non-malignancy. I'm convinced to this day that if I had not done that it would have said I had an issue. And I think that because every single one of my family members has. And I haven't always taken the best care of myself, and I still have never had cancer. And when I did, I rewrote it. So before you get the results, I want you to pay attention to spirit and what they're saying. There's an opportunity for a spirit to come in, a connection to loved ones and prayer work, but also help from heaven. Every time is 7, help from heaven. Let's see where else this goes. So there's an opportunity, help from heaven. There's a little bit of fear, but all kinds of people in connection and bringing projects forward. That's a bright change. There's self-reflection. This one is like the document. So here's the results of test. Oh my God, you guys, this is going to be so good. Let's see where the other results are. There's happiness. There's a bright change. That's a money. So this is about the issue, document, and in your favor. This is contribution card. So that's in your favor. 2 9s, change of time and success. So just do a little prayer work, trust the angels, and I don't think it's going to come back negative, but even if it was, you can rewrite that. It's going to come back as clear and clean. So test results. And this is weird about test results because test results will be negative for whatever, but that's a positive thing. All right. Be all right. Don't worry. Be all right. But trust the process. All right. Next, Jamie. So Jamie wants to hear from her father. Does that say Zane?
Zane.
Okay. All right, Zane. So Jamie and Zane. There's a very far off acknowledgement of this name. Huh. Like maybe Zane is either far away or lived far away or is coming through from far away. Which is kind of weird because one of the things that I'm seeing with this person, I can't describe them yet, and that might be for a couple of reasons, but I'll get there in a minute. I feel like they have to come from far away. But when they do, then it's like, you know how when you have a friend that you haven't seen in a long time, but then you see him and you feel like you're closer than ever, nothing's changed, that kind of thing. So when he comes in, it seems super powerful and loving and real. But I have to tell you, when I said the name, it felt like it's coming from far away. Um, Gosh, this is interesting. I don't get a clear fix on the person, but if I did, I would say that he's tall or at least built like, when I see men in spirit, they're built like the triangle or the circle, the triangle, or the pillar. He's built like that. He's standing over here. He is bringing gifts or things to hand out. Huh. He just seems like he came in from far away. I don't feel anything in my body yet. Maybe a little compression around my chest, but not enough to be so significant, but a little bit. There's it seems to be much more of a validation by way of maybe dates or something like that. So it's showing me a couple of sevens, so that could be July 7th of a month or something to do with sevens. It's just a little bit odd, a little bit far away. Or he comes in close and it's close for a while and then goes back far away. So in and out. Let me know if you're still here, Jamie, and if Zane was, if this far away thing makes sense. If you know about seven, And are you thinking about getting a second property, or are you moving to a second property that has something on it like I don't know, camper, granny house, something like that? Because it's kind of showing me that like a main house and then a separate house. Okay, and if that's true, one of the things I feel like he wants you to not worry about and not feel is any guilt or remorse or burden about him or his passing or the fact that he was further away. So there's something about that I need to know. And then if you are planning on moving to a place where you do have a second sort of residence on the property, which I think is a good opportunity. Okay, has she come back?
She said, I go back and forth from Cali to New York.
But she didn't say whether he was in California or New York. All right. Well, then there's either one of those places has like a main home and a second home. And I think someone else is going to need that. And she might feel weird about like, oh, but I don't know how to explain this. Like maybe I didn't offer it to one love or one loved one, and then I'm offering it to another. I don't know. There's something about that. But whatever it is right for you. You do what's right for you. There should be no second guessing. Let me know if you know about the number 7, because showing that again. So he's like, I'm fine. Go ahead and do what you're going to do, which might have to do with you taking care of the second person. And that's okay. And let me know about the number 7. He's not super forward or giving me a lot of information. I see him coming in and out. Okay. All right. Who next? Don't forget, I can do card readings too. All right. So Leanne wants to know what profession I think that says would I be best at. Okay. I'm going to read the cards around this for you, but I have a coaching thing to say about you, and maybe many other people have that question. So when I do coach them, there's something I always say to them. But first, I'll read the cards. I'm not going to assume that I know. I'm going to go to Spirit. Spirit always knows best. Okay, so this is Leanne, I think. So I'm going to use probably whatever queen I run across first for you. When I do the cards, I pick out the person I'm reading for, which resembles my client. And the first one I'm getting is the Queen of Clubs. So we'll use her. This is actually from a different set of cards. So the career and job cards are the 9 and 10 of clubs, 9 and 10 of diamonds, and your question is about a profession. So that's going to give us our lead. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's where we want to go. And this is almost what I said, but I said we would let the cards lead us. This is the card of soul purpose or life's work. And this is the card of disappointment. And the 2 nines of change of times are an outcome. Look at that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God. So you've got the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of in the what's sure to come true pile, which means the universe is leading you to something very, very different. I suspect that the thing that you've always wanted to do, you've talked yourself out of because you think that your life is about making living and paying your bills and making things work. And I'm telling you, and I was going to say this, but I was going to let the cards say, and many of you all out there are asking the same question, what should I do? What should I do for a living? This is the card of soul purpose - life's work, meaning when this comes up for you, especially in the unexpected pile, which means you don't expect this to be true, and what's in the sure to come true pile, which means if you don't listen, you're going to be disappointed, is that you should be doing what you want to do the most. Now, the reason that spirit can't come to you, I hope you all listen to this. The reason that spirit can't come to you and tell you exactly what profession you should do is because spirit is in charge of your purpose, not your mission. Your purpose is a soul thing. Your purpose is why your soul is here. It's the thing you do every day with everybody, regardless of what you do for a job. It's how your soul is showing up for others in your life. I am a healer and a woman of empowerment for others. Even when I'm not showing that way up for me, I show that way up for others. That's my purpose. This is a mission that I've chosen for now. And this is what I want to do to accelerate that purpose. So what you think you're asking is, what's my purpose? And what you're really asking is, what is my mission? Now, your purpose you've been doing every day, all your life, and you haven't been able to turn that into something that feels right for you as a mission, as a job, as a career. That's okay. You can still do it. And the way that you do it is you say, first of all, what am I good at? What do I love to do? What do people tell me I'm good at? What feels effortless? What's easy to do? And how can I make money? So take your purpose and turn it into a mission. Now, your purpose might have many missions. I used to be a youth director. I was a nanny for a while. I was a caregiver for a while. Those were all missions that I chose to do because my gifts are about empowering, healing people, loving people, and empowering people. This now is my mission. So you have an unexpected life purpose that you're not paying attention to. You're wanting to know what profession fits in that. The one that's going to fit in that the most is the one that you want the most exciting one that wants to set your heart on fire, the one that feels exciting to you. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about what other people say. Choose something that, it could be a number of things. That's why Spirit can't tell you what it is. It could be a number of things. What you have to decide is what is in line with my soul. What makes me feel on fire? What am I good at? What do people tell me I'm good at? What do people value me for in their lives? There's a difference between worth and value, by the way. Value is who you are to other people. Worth is you're just worthy because you exist. Whole nother thing. So I can't tell you your profession. I can tell you that the fact that you're asking this means your soul is waking up into your purpose. Pick any mission you want to do it. It will work. This is my message to you all. Pick a mission that is in line with your purpose. It will work. How do you know what your purpose is? What do you do best? What do you like the most? What do people honor you for? What are you good at? What sets your heart on fire? What do you desire? That's how you do it. If you want more, please, Leanne, get a like 15-minute or 30-minute card reading or um, coaching session with me, and we'll fine tune it a little bit. But that's basically your, one chip answer. So, okay. All right. So we don't have any announcements. Oh, but I did want to say, if any of you have a restaurant out there that you would like me to come and do my thing at and do readings for the audience, we are looking for a venue to do readings for, and that can be a win-win, a win for me, a win for our clients, and a win for you. So if you have a restaurant or any location you would like me to come and do an event at, let me know. I'm looking for a new location. Okay. Nicole would love to hear from her cousin Jeffrey. Okay. So, and it's Jeffrey. Okay. Come on, Jeffrey. So first of all, Nicole, let us know you're still on.
She's on.
Okay. And secondly, when I asked for the name Jeffrey, the first thing I'm seeing is kind of a beautiful sort of field in a tree, and rather than someone who's coming right up to my face and talking to me, he's leaning against a tree. He doesn't look very old. He looks pretty peaceful out there by the tree. I suspect that in life and living, maybe this was comfort for him or something familiar about this tree and space. Jeffrey. Mm-hmm. I also think, I don't know how I know this, because I don't think it's him telling me. I feel like his passing was probably really abrupt and tragic, but that his soul is out there in the very peaceful nature and by the tree. So it's not really showing me what happened, but I get a sense that that's something he's pulling away from and staying away from and not very comfortable with. And I'm really not feeling anything in my body. Let me know if he passed either unexpected or tragic, because that would explain why he's just completely detached from this. He does come back, but he spends a lot of time out there. So when I say comes back, to visit people or to give them a sign.
She said it was very abrupt, and he was 27 and very shy.
So he does say he comes and gives people signs, but he goes back out there, in his space of heaven is in this beautiful open sort of field with a beautiful tree, and he's leaning against it. He's figuring out who he is. And I think that even though he was there for everybody, so here's what he's shown me. He was probably someone who was there for everybody. He was a good guy. He was friendly. He was outgoing. He was there for everybody. But he didn't know who he was. And who he was what everybody gave him praise and accolades for being. So that's why he would, try to do for others or whatever, because he was told that's who he was. But this is actually who he is. So he's kind of by himself by the tree, figuring out who he is. I think you're going to get a lot more signs of him later on when he processes what's going on and what's happened and who he is. I think he's hoping that his mom, his family, he kind of mentions her, doesn't take it personally. Number one, that he left or how he left. So it should be no one else's doing. And number two, that he's not more around or coming through in dreams and letting people know he's around, all that people want. He's trying, but he's got to be in his own space for a minute. Also, October coming up is a thing. So show me 10, I think is October. And he's got a playful side, so he is showing me a little spooky stuff. But mostly he's sort of there. He's okay. He's at peace. He's in heaven and he's doing his thing. And he doesn't want people, just because he's not there in every night's stream or they're giving signs, to think that he's not okay. He's okay. I think he wants his mom to know he's okay. Once in a while, he's doing this with either cards or money or something like this. I think it's cards. It's interesting.
She just said, "Oh my gosh, that is spot on."
So just know he's out there. I think cards represent like fortune or luck, but he's doing that. And he thanks you for asking about him. And that's all he wants to say tonight. So thank you so much. Okay. All right. So Grace says, your mom, Jennifer. I'm sorry, Grace. Okay. Grace is feeling really lost without your mom, Jennifer. Okay. There seems to be a woman walking up behind you. She doesn't look very old. She's very sweet, pleasant, organized, funny, but can be a little bit like if you push her to the limits, she'll kind of give you the what for, but she seems to think that you're very much like her and also very much giving you accolades about who you are. I feel like she kind of mirrors you or follows you around. So I don't see her so much with me here in my room to talk to her, but with you. Now, having said that, she's talking really fast. There's a couple of things around you that she wants to bring you to that bring her comfort and love. Maybe photos or pictures or something that from when you were younger that she loves with her and you together. But also she says at the same time, she completely understands how you feel. As you move through your grief, one day you'll know she never really left you, but that there are things for you to do now without her, and she'll help you along. She's showing me two little spirits in heaven that she is with. I feel like that's somehow a future baby, spirit coming in, whether it's with you, I'm not sure, but in the family, and she's with them. And I feel like that's why she has to be there. So like they need her help right now and they need her constant attention, but still you can have signs, and it's not like she left you for them. It's like she's trying to help you both. This is kind of weird sign. One of the weird things that comes through a lot is my teeth. Like people play with my teeth. And I think that's because there's this thing about how we identify a human body by their teeth. So I think dentistry is like one of the unique things that defines us differently. But this is more about drawing a mouth with teeth and like an art thing. So, and it also looks like in between the teeth, it's kind of darker. So, I really don't know if this has to do with your teeth or her teeth or a drawing or what, but in my mind's eye, it looks like a drawing. Let me know if you're still here and if you have anything going on with your teeth or your kids do, something like that. Or like if it's hidden, because in the drawing where the gums are, there's like a blacker line, and that's only a cartoon in my head. But pay attention to your teeth and your kids' teeth. And that there are more kids in spirit coming through. So if you're planning on having more kids, she's helping them, or they can be your grandkids or in the family somehow. She did give me a thumbs up. She's very sorry she left early. She didn't mean to hurt you with that. And she understands that you need her, and she's trying to be there for you and ask you to ask other people to help you. You know, one of the cool things that I think I've found is TikTok. One of the things I love about it is that because of the algorithms that I built, the people that come in are so supportive and they're so loving, and there'll be like a post about somebody who's maybe gay or trans, and their family kicked them out, and then all these people post like, I'll be your mom, I'll be your dad, I'll show up at your graduation, I'll be there for you. And strangers are being more supportive than loved ones. And I do feel like you need a mom figure right now. And I do feel like she's telling you to lean in on to a mom figure that wants to support and love you. And not that dishonors your mom or in any way negates the need that you have for mom. But someone can be there for you as a mom, as you have young children, and possibly even more, I'm not sure, but that you can have that support, at least physically, humanly. They can't replace her, and she loves you so much, but there is someone I think wants to support you in that, not role, but that capacity at least. And she kind of goes like, she's kind of cool. So she's giving you a kiss. Okay, everybody breathe. Well, we're going to do one more, and then we're going to do the code. So hang with me. I know time goes so fast when I'm doing this. I honestly can't even believe the hour's over already. Look, you guys, I have been out of commission for a long time. Not so much that I haven't been doing readings, but my spirit just hasn't been here. I've just been, somewhere cocooning, and I really feel like I'm back, and I'm just coming out of this crazy dark space. And I recently did a reading for somebody, and Spirit told me, oh my gosh, they're coming out of the darkness too. And so I asked Spirit, like, what is my role in this? And there's really like, you really have to understand that sometimes just a positive attitude or positive affirmations or other people telling you to come out of the dark doesn't fucking work. It really comes from a deep, deep, dark space within to kind of get back out on that level up. And so my experience in the last several years has been, because I am here for you, and I get it. And I get if you're coming out from a darkness, a deep darkness that you've tried so hard many times over and over throughout the past several years to get out of, and a moment you think you are, and then I get it, and I'm finally coming like for real out of it. So I get it, and that's why I had to do it so that Spirit can level me up, and they are leveling you up. So I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to go. And please stay tuned. We're going to try to do Facebook Lives every week. I'm here for you. Get a reading, money back guaranteed. I'm going to help you out of this space. Okay, one more. We got Alicia heading out of state. All right. Well, you're trippy positive. So, Alicia, I am going to pull out the probably the Queen of Clubs, my favorite card, out of the deck. Now, the travel cards are 2 8s, and the 8 of spades is a moving forward or moving card. So let's look. And you guys, if you didn't get a chance to get a reading, please stay tuned for the next few minutes. You're going to get a code to book your reading, money back guaranteed. Just get, a 15-minute, 30-minute. It goes all the way up to a whole group reading. Just check it out and get your reading, and have plenty of time this coming week to do well for you. And so your coupon code is going to get you a good reading. All right. So, you know what? I'm not going to bother pulling your card out. I know who you are. You're the Queen of Clubs. Let's see what's happening. So let me see. What was that question? Trip. 2 8s, change of states. 2 8s is also a trip. Well, this is kind of interesting. 7 is help from heaven. The 3 is like soul purpose, things like that. Let's look for those 2 8s. All right, there's 1 8. Not so much. There's a jack. That 1 8 is a message. This is in the way, or the home pile. Well, that's kind of cool because in the home pile, this is looking for like anything unconventional going forward, commitment, relationship, and oneness and unity and change of places. So a lot of what you want on this trip is probably coming, like really have some good talks and some heart to heart, life-changing sort of get down in, not just avoid life, but this is an opportunity for you to talk. There's your 8s together, which come true, bright heart's desire. So yes, definitely your trip is going to give you the positive energy that you're going to have. 2 8s is a trip. This is 9 of hearts, which is wish come true. 5 of diamonds, which is heart's desire. So perfect trip. I think the only thing is you're going to have a moment to take a chance to do a heart to heart that maybe you didn't have to do, and go for it. Take the chance. It's going to go well. So God bless you on this trip. It's going to go really, really well. It's soul. It's spirit divine. Your soul in the outcome and the what sure to come true is soul purpose. So it's meant to be. That's good. All right, guys, thank you so much. So I just happened to look over to the feed and see a question about classes. Yeah, I've been asked more and more in my personal readings to do some classes. So I think Lisa and I will plan some for you guys. Let us know what you want. Give us some feedback. Do you want mediumship? Do you want like coaching sessions? Do you have relationship issues? Do you have, even if you have relationship issues with people who've already passed into spirit, we can do a class around that and teach you how to resolve that. Even if they're in spirit, doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean it's the last chance. You still can resolve relationships with people in spirit. So maybe we'll do an issue around that. So thank you guys very much. There's your code, Facebook Live special, 20% off all services. Again, money back guarantee, have nothing to lose. And your code is FBLIVE0516. That's today's date. So book now. This weekend is open. Let's do it now. So thank you guys so much for all your love and attention. And I'm here for you. My energy is better than it's been in a long time. And I can't wait to work with you. So thank you and have a good night.